Yeah, just really proud of our team from a defensive standpoint and an energy and effort. Thought we played with great defensive enthusiasm tonight. We're through 2 games now. We've held our opponents to 4 of 42 from 3 balls, so we've done a great job of taking away that 3-point line thus far in a early 2-game season, and I think that's the first time in 14 years that we've held opponents under 50 points. So just a phenomenal job from a defensive standpoint. I thought their coaching staff and their team did a really good job of playing at a methodical pace, controlling the tempo in the first half, and then I'm really proud of our team not to panic and not to come out and try to rush things because of the pace of the game was so slow. They did a really good job of defensively of defending us, and eventually we made that spurt there in the second half and opened up the game.
Yeah, Eric, I think they had I think about a little under 9. They had a chance at the free throw line to cut to 7. Their guy missed 2. Isaiah drove down real fast, hit a 3. That started a big run for you guys. Do you remember that sequence?
Yep.
What was the key to that?
Well, first of all, a 7-point lead against them is like a 14-point lead because basically the first half, every shot came down to, it was either shot clock violation or they scored under 5 seconds. Almost every single possession. But I just thought we did a good job of, again, not panicking and scrambling around, and I thought our defense created a lot of offense for us too. And progress made on the turnovers, only having 10.
You talked about it was a grind game, that junk defense they threw out to start it, but Jimmy Witt looks like he likes a grind game, backing guys down, those little turnarounds. Talk about him helping you guys. You said you stayed patient, finding ways to score and keep the lead. Yeah,
I thought, Kevin, that because of them jumping out on our shooters, we need to do a better job of flashing to the ball. Which we have in the exhibition games, in the first game even, of getting cheap layups when people jump out and jump switch, so to speak. Having said that, we just kind of put the ball in Jimmy's hands and kind of let him back down a little bit like Jason Kidd used to do, where we kind of emptied out the whole right side and kind of tried to play him out of the post a little bit and get right in that sweet spot for him, which is 8 to 12 feet. So he got some good clean looks, I thought, and we're going to need him to post up for us.
You mentioned holding the first 2 teams to 4 of 42 or whatever it was, 3-point range. What's been the key to that?
One of the things that every game you've got to have game themes. You got to have some mini goals. We felt like number 55 Draper had a big impact against VCU. He didn't take a shot in 12 minutes. We felt like we wanted to try to attack him. We felt like he couldn't keep up with our athleticism off the bounce, and we fouled him out in 12 minutes. And then, the other guy that we were really worried about from 3-point land was Gibson, and Gibson went 1 of 5. So those were their 2 primary 3-ball shooters, and we did a really good job of just taking away their airspace, getting our hands in their eyeballs before the catch even on their 3-point shooters. And then I thought we did a phenomenal job. Coming into the game, we were certainly concerned with the offensive rebounds of Zachary Simmons, number 24, and his ability inside. But I thought we did a great job on our post fronts tonight as well, and had great weak side help and put pretty good pressure on the passer when they did try to post us up.
I know it's early, but these guys only lost by 3 at VCU, who's ranked 25th. How good a win is this early on, especially for you? And then also, if you have to talk about that, what do you think Adrio's all-around game?
Yeah, we knew coming into the game, like they're a disciplined team. They don't take bad shots. They're well coached. They have good toughness. So we knew the game coming in that this was a quality opponent. They're going to do really well in their league, I would assume. And they played phenomenal against VCU. That's a hard place to play at. Great crowd at VCU. But again, I thought our guys, weathered that first half a little bit, kept their composure. And then Adrio, I thought a big key to opening up their defense a little bit was when Adrio actually hit that 3. He had his feet set. He didn't get thirsty to take another one, really. I thought that opened up the game a little bit for us when he knocked that one down. Sorry, Bob.
That's okay. Well, not two, that's 50%.
Two's not bad. We'll live with it.
Just feel the turnovers compensated for the rebounding as far as the few you had and forcing the ones you got from them.
Yeah, again, our goal, for any really good team is 9 or less turnovers. I mean, that's kind of been a benchmark for us wherever I've coached. Having 10 tonight was, a big-time progress, and now we got to go back and do some more rebounding drills because we took a step backwards on the glass tonight. But we knew with Simmons and his size that rebounding, could be an issue, and so we'll get back to the drawing board on Thursday and work on our rebounding Thursday and Friday.
And Mason Jones both led the team in scoring again. What difference have you seen from them from last year to this year?
Those guys have great chemistry on the floor. I know that, there was a lot of talk that one guy would have a good game last year and then the other one wouldn't. And since I've been here, their chemistry's been incredible. Those two guys like playing with each other. Just really proud that Mason just accepted playing the 4 spot. And I think it's helping him and it's helping our team too. He's got a lot of mismatches at that 4 spot. And we're forcing teams to play smaller. Believe it or not, in 2 games now, teams keep matching down with us, which is great.
They started 0 for 11. On one possession, your guards got a couple of block shots. Talk about their willingness to grind on that end, even in a game that's slugging out on both ends where they're just sticking with it and doing what they got to do.
Yeah, from a defensive standpoint, we talk all the time when a shooter goes to shoot, we want to leave our feet. My dad and a lot of coaches I've been around say don't leave your feet defensively, but we do like our guys to, when another player leaves the feet himself, an offensive player, we like our guys to leave our feet with an extended hand reach. We talk all the time. We call them Pat Riley closeouts because I thought that Coach Riley's teams always were the best that I've ever seen at contesting jump shots. So, Desi, all those guys are leaving their feet, and they're not just semi-jumping where you can just slip a piece of paper under their feet. I mean, they're jumping as high as they can jump to contest shots, and that throws shooters off, we certainly think.
There's a couple of things. Just your thoughts on Adrio's putback dunk, and then on the defensive end, 4 steals tonight, just the lift he's bringing on that end too.
Yeah, again, just another player that's playing out of position. Adrio's probably a lot more natural, power forward or 4-man than a 5, but when he plays the 5 spot, now he's got quickness every night over the opponent's 5, and so, there's no use saying what you don't have. It's kind of like, all right, so we got these guys, and now we put them in these positions, and you try to create mismatches. And so he's got to out-quick the center every night, and he's got to sneak around and get steals when they try to throw the ball into the post, and he's got to use his great athleticism. But his dunk obviously brought the crowd to its feet, and I thought our student section was awesome again tonight, and that dunk kind of elevated all of our energy.
Ethan, was that just he didn't fit your plans playing tonight, or
yeah,
something?
I think that we had a short rotation tonight. The pace of the game, I didn't feel like people needed blows as much. I didn't think we needed to sub as much. Even going into the game, we knew that we weren't going to have to sub a lot because it wasn't going to be an up and down game, and so. You just do what you can to win, and that was a lineup that we felt created the most mismatches because we wanted to try to stretch the floor out as much as we can with as many perimeter shooters as we possibly could.
You get a bunch of free throws, and Mason was 9 and 9. How big was that?
Yeah, free throws. There's these pockets of areas that we knew that we had to improve on, free throw shooting being one of them, turnovers being one of them, being a better rebounding team. And when we do shoot free throws in practice, I think our guys have done a great job of having total focus and not letting their guard down and guys just talking during free throw shooting. The gym's been silent when we take free throws, and you try to put players in game-like situations even when you're working on free throws. And certainly, again, it's early, but I feel like we've done a really good job from the charity stripe so far.
Yeah, Desi looked like he got off to a little bit of a slow start tonight, but pretty good to get him going a little bit.
Yeah, the game, the game of basketball just has so many ebbs and flows, and Desi struggled shooting the ball, but I thought defensively he was really good in the first half, but offensively he was kind of, a baseball player had gone 0 for 5 and gets a 6th at bat, and I thought he was phenomenal down the stretch scoring, and he did what a really good player should do. He stopped settling for his jump shot and he started attacking the rim, and it opened up the game for him for sure from a transition offensive standpoint.
So Whit's first half when points are hard to come by, just what did you feel about that, and also any update on Reggie Chaney's status?
Yeah, no, I mean, we'll let you guys know on Reggie, but no update. But again, I just thought they did a good job defensively. We didn't move the ball. I think we had 87 passes in the first half, which was the lowest number of passes in a half that we've had since we've been together through 2 games and 2 exhibition games. So it's a good learning lesson for us to kind of make the ball move like popcorn and get that thing out of your hand. And we have an 0.5 rule that we don't want to have sticky fingers. And tonight the ball stuck a little bit, but you also have to credit their defense as well for us not moving the ball like we're capable of. Thanks, you guys.